the first glimpse of the ladder. In Genesis 28:12, Jacob sees a ladder stretching from earth to heaven. This year, we take that vision and we focus in on it to take a moment and reflect on the ladder of leadership for Mount Zion College Ministry.
Sunday morning, encouraging them to overcome the divisiveness created by this election. College Sunday happens every year and usually draws about 10,000 students, but Sunday's message was different than past years. Mount Zion Baptist Church asked students to take a stand against injustice and make changes in their communities so the country can move forward.
3, 2, 1.
Hey, I'm Bishop Joseph Juan Walker III, pastor of the Mount Zion Church, and I'm here to talk about the vision behind College Sunday 20 years later. You know, when I think about the vision for creating college ministry in Nashville, Tennessee, I'm always reminded that as a young pastor, God was sending me to Nashville to solve a problem. That problem was that there was a generation that was being overlooked. Nashville has 4 historically black colleges. Nashville is the Athens of the South, with all of these extraordinary universities wrapped around the region. And there was not at that time a church that was actually ministering to that generation of students who were coming into this wonderful city. And they were transient, yes, but needing that kind of ministry at a pivotal stage in their life. This is where God spoke to me and said, folks who are coming into this city, twofold. One, are going to come in, and the word and the ministry that is provided for them is going to have an impact that's going to touch the world globally. And I've seen that, because what God did in this place has touched the lives of people in those 3, 4, sometimes 5 years. And they've gone throughout the world, and they will never forget the ministry that was imparted into their life while in this place. Secondly, and I think very importantly, is the idea that Nashville was changing. I didn't know it then, but God knew it. And many of those students stayed in Nashville and helped to build this city to what it is today. Many of them are sitting in extraordinary places around this city, in corporate houses and running school systems and doing a lot of stuff. And they attribute their vision and success to the foundation that was given to them while they were in Nashville, in college, connected to the college ministry.
It's about a generation that you have to listen to. This country is diverse. It's the generation that's trying to be heard. This is the next generation of leadership, and it's important as you're moving policy along to not forget about these students.
College Sunday has been going on for about 10 years now.
You know, the steps to build legacy in the earlier days and the things we put in place really was about engagement. We had families that would actually sponsor college students, you know, providing food for them after service at their homes. And then we started feeding the students here at this location at Jefferson Street. Then it spanned to our other locations. But for us, it was really about putting those teams on campuses, those leadership groups on campuses, because that would be the tentacles that would connect them to day-to-day ministry that was launched out of this place. And so we started developing those leadership teams, and on every campus they had team leaders, and those folks would pray and set up Bible study and also mentoring opportunities. And so it evolved to where we really, in the early days, were bringing resources to those students, right? Those who needed scholarships, those who needed, you know, advice in terms of how to go into the marketplace after they graduated. And I saw that happen. And I just, I rejoiced when I began to see the community being built and Mount Zion being known for its investment into college students.
Pursuing higher education these days comes with a lot of financial responsibility, so any extra scholarship dollars obviously help. This month, Mount Zion Nashville Baptist Church awarded more than $500,000 to students and historically black colleges and universities. News Channel 5's Aaron Cantrell caught up with a few TSU students who tell him these funds will go a long way.
You know, I'm from a small town, you know, coming to a big city.
Jeremiah Clemens, a sophomore at Tennessee State University, has big dreams.
I'm going to be an award-winning actor.
Currently working towards a degree in mass communications.
I'm the first person in my family to actually go to college, so I would just kind of say it's breaking generational curses almost.
Senior LaTajanae Carter is also breaking the curse.
Because I am a first-generation student and I don't have any family in Nashville, there have always been like the one group of people that I can come back to every Sunday or even throughout the week.
The family Carter is referring to is Mount Zion Nashville Baptist Church.
Here are the names of students that are coming on the screen, and I want us to celebrate them.
They recently awarded $550,000 in scholarships during College Sunday.
It's because we recognize the importance of giving back as a ministry to students who we have touched over the years.
Hundreds of students were chosen, including Clemens and Carter, receiving anywhere between $1,000 to $2,000.
So I actually have a kind of small to large balance, and it has to be cleared before May so I can receive my degree. So it definitely is going straight towards that.
The church also did something special, launching a purge fund for Fisk University and TSU, both HBCUs receiving $100,000 each.
Tennessee State University is heavily underfunded, so we really needed that money to keep on getting students out, and it may have kept students from getting purged.
The scholarships were a blessing to these students, so this holiday season, there's a lot to be thankful for.
Blessings from God almost, because he didn't have to do it, but he did.
Man, 2 decades later to see how this vision is still impacting students blows my mind. I mean, it really, I am blown away, head swimming blessings to watch generations after generations be blessed through this place we call Mount Zion. I think that it is humbling to know that a vision God gave me when nobody else would really believe in that generation, to invest in that generation because folks were saying, oh, they're not going to stay in Nashville. Why would you invest so much? But I knew these were the future leaders. These were the future, catalysts of culture who were going to really make a difference in advancing the kingdom. And I have seen it with my own eyes, and it is quite awe-inspiring, to say the least, to watch what God has done and what he continues to do. So I am forever surprised. Here I am, 20 years later, walking through the line, and the line is endless. All the schools we're reaching, At first it was just a few schools, and now to see the amount of schools we're reaching and the diversity of those students, it just, to God be the glory, man. I really see this ministry of college engagement going even farther. And I really see Mount Zion's philanthropic investment into college students. I really want to be here, if the Lord says the same, to watch us give $1 million in scholarships. I want to see, Mount Zion become a hub by which those students who come through, literally are able to find job placements. I want to see the day when medical students, dental students, law students, graduate students will graduate, divinity students, and not have to worry about debt, student loans, because we've set up things to help them, in terms of wisdom and resources to help them get to a place where they could actually get a good footing when they start out in their careers. I want to see that. And I want to see revival continue to take place in this generation. The young people come along and realize just because I go to college doesn't mean I got to leave Jesus at home, but I come with that same passion, and I am a culture shifter. So that's what I see, and I look forward to it. I think that these are our best days ahead of us, and I'm looking at a generation that is so excited, so geeked about Jesus. And for me, that's what it's all about, because I know when we lift his name up, he does the drawing, and that's all that matters to me.
Hey everybody, Bishop Joseph Walker here, and I am at Southern University of Baton Rouge, Louisiana. We're getting ready for College Sunday 2024. If you've ever been to College Sunday at Mount Zion, you know it is off the chart. But guess what? I want to put an asterisk by that thing now, because we got some special guests coming, and guess what? They're going to turn it up. Guess who's with me? The Southern University Gospel Choir!
In college ministry being so important to this church, it was important for me to really appoint leadership. And so we've had some amazing college leaders who've led early on up into the present. And I think it's important that you really get a chance to hear from them because each of them I've laid my hand on and prayed for, and I've watched them take it systematically from glory to glory to glory to glory. So, hey, check this out.